Hello friends, Bishop Andy C. Lewter here, and I want to welcome you to another one of my video interviews. I am so delighted today because I have a very special guest who's not just a mere visitor to our studio today, but is a person that I have a personal relationship with. I want to share with you Tanya Lewter Gordon. That's right, you heard it correctly, Tanya Lewter Gordon. She is actually my youngest sister, and she is one of the shakers and movers, especially in the business world here on Long Island. She is the genius behind an annual event that brings together the business community, along with minority suppliers. She puts those together. We'll be talking about that in just a little bit. She's also the mind and the shaker and the mover behind the annual Martin Luther King Awards Breakfast, which has become one of the largest celebrations of Martin Luther King's birthday here on Long Island. Let me pause and welcome Tanya Lewter Gordon and have her say hello to us.
Good afternoon, Bishop Lewter, and good afternoon to all of the persons that are watching this video.
Well, friends, the reason that I have selected Tanya Lewter Gordon to be our guest today isn't just because she's my sister. I'm extraordinarily proud of her. I have just returned today from a very special event that we're going to talk about right now. So Tanya, we have just returned from a graduation ceremony that was sponsored by 10,000 businesses of Goldman Sachs. Now, I may not have that exactly correct. I want you to give us the exact title of the event and then tell us what that program is literally all about.
Absolutely. Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Initiative is a program that was really put together to support the growth of small businesses nationwide. This particular program that I'm participating in, or I just graduated from today, also is supported by Tory Burch Foundation. And the entire exercise really centers around us taking a strong, hard look at our business and what we can do to scale, to really grow our business using various tools that they make available to us throughout this process.
As I attended the graduation today, I was struck by how diverse a collection of females were being honored today and have gone through this journey with you. Having just seen the movie Black Panther with these outstanding warrior women, I kind of got a feeling that you and your colleagues and co-students were some of the Wakanda warriors of our contemporary context. Tell us why it was such a focus on females and how this program came into being specifically for females.
Tory Burch Foundation is really set up to support women in business. And she made a decision to really align herself with Goldman Sachs because they have such a wonderful reputation for what they've been doing over the past several years. But her mission is specifically to help women in business. And so there were 33 graduates, all women, very diversified group of women, various ethnic backgrounds. And this is her goal and her objective with this particular type of program.
And you were selected to be a part of this program. Now, it was very obvious to me that just anybody was not allowed or invited to participate in the program. What was the criteria? How were you contacted? And how did you end up being one of 33 unique and rare individuals to participate in this golden opportunity?
Well, this particular cohort, that's what it's called, this was their fifth under the Tory Burch initiative along with Goldman Sachs. I found out about Goldman Sachs several years ago when they first launched this initiative. And so their goal is to help a total of 10,000 small businesses. And it is a very competitive program to get into. both Goldman Sachs as well as with Tory Burch. There are hundreds of submissions each time they have a class. And the criteria is outlined based on one, this particular program, you have to have at least 2 employees. One can be yourself. You have to earn in revenue, you have to have a certain threshold with that. You have to have been in business for a certain period of time. And you have to provide them with your capability statement. You have to also talk to them and let them know why you feel you should be selected and how you feel they will be able to help grow your business. So it was very involved. It's an online application process. Again, as I said, I've been aware of this program for years. I went to a business conference in Long Island last year where they launched this particular cohort that I just graduated from. And I eagerly came back to my office, I signed up, and then after that, they brought you in for an interview. And that was the process. And I was fortunate enough to be selected.
Well, sister, we are extraordinarily proud of you and impressed with this accomplishment, because just to be a part of the program is an accomplishment in and of itself. It was equally clear to us who attended the graduation today, and probably over these next few minutes, I'm going to sprinkle some pictures of the event today so that our viewers can get a sense of the event and how highly regarded the event is. It actually took place at LaGuardia Community Campus, Community College campus. Tell us what it was like. You spent 4 months participating in this program. What did you have to do to fulfill the curriculum requirements?
Well, it was very involved. One, you had to, it was mandatory for your attendance. They provided us with a tool called a growth plan, and literally every aspect of your business as well as you as an individual, you were responsible to complete this during this time frame. And in order to graduate, you had to complete it. Also, which was part of the process, was the involvement. You had to be very interactive. One of the things that they really encouraged us to do was to support each other in business. So oftentimes we would pitch each other based on what we were doing. We would give each other feedback, and we found that to be very powerful. And one of the commitments we've made to each other is that we're going to maintain a relationship with each other, because certainly we see the benefit of that.
Excellent, excellent. Now, I know we've been going through some of the mechanical aspects of this enterprise, this project, even some of the technical aspects. But what you brought to this project was a business idea that has germinated in your mind for several months, that you have now brought to fruition, that you've actually produced, and that has to do with you as a business connects. Now, we're going to take a few minutes and go to your website and let you explain some of the features of what you have put together. But before we do this, talk to us about how you came up with the idea and what you are attempting to do with this technological platform.
Yes, I am a certified business. And what that means is that I am certified as a woman, as a minority, as a small business, but there are also other categories, such as veteran-owned business, such as 8A, Hub Zone, really just to name a few. So one of the things that after I went through the painstaking exercise of becoming certified, the next question was, what do I do to make money? How can I be successful with all of these certifications? How can I grow my business? How can I connect with buyers from governmental agencies to Fortune 500 corporations? So I began to do research. And yes, I go to the conferences, I go to networking events, but I just felt that there should be something on the order of an Angie's List. If you could just go online, fill out a simple form, just like you do with Angie's List or Home Advisory or any of the other matchmaking platforms. And I should be able to connect buyers that are looking for certified suppliers, because there are nationwide goals that are in place for these buyers to do business with these types of small businesses. And this was all really based on a study that has been done that has clearly proven that this segment of the business community is underrepresented with contracts. And it's really giving an opportunity to be able to have a seat at the table. This is what I always say to people. It allows you an invitation to the dance, but you have to be prepared when the partner asks you to dance. And that's really the best way I can say it. So I couldn't find a tool that was what I was looking for. So basically, I surveyed buyers for several years at my conference, at other events, and I asked one question. If there was one tool that doesn't exist today that could help you grow your pool of certified suppliers to help you meet and or exceed your contract goals, what would it be? Overwhelmingly, a lot of the feedback was very similar. So I gathered that data along with surveying certified firms such as similar to myself, and we created USA Business Connects, which is the world's only auto match platform online for buyers and certified suppliers. Now, it also has several other components to it that will benefit the end user, but the essence of this digital platform, the experience, is that it really connects you. It takes the guesswork out of the equation, and it makes the process easy and seamless.
Ah, okay. So how long has this been in development, and what have you had to do in order to actually bring it to market?
Okay, so basically we did a soft launch at Governor Cuomo's conference, where we introduced it to various governmental agencies and prime vendors. And prime vendors are companies that have contracts with governmental agencies that, again, are looking for certified suppliers so they can meet their contract goals. In the state of New York, the MWBE goal is 30%. So for every dollar, 30% of that dollar with that contract is to be spent with a minority or woman business enterprise. Or you could break it down, 15% for women, 15% for minorities. And so it was extremely well received. And we have been talking to governmental agencies right now because there's so many components to it that are beneficial to what their objectives are. And so we're very, very excited right now where we are with the platform. So it is live. It can be used right now, and I'm excited to be able to show it to your audience.
All righty. Well, I'm sure that you're familiar with the slogan and the motto that a picture is worth 1,000 words. And so give me a second, because what we're going to do is we're going to pull up this is your website. And so can you kind of navigate us through what it is that we're looking at and some of the things that those who are viewing need to take a look at and be aware of?
Absolutely.
We're on the screen. Are you able to see us?
Yes. Okay. So right now you're on the home page. And you see where we indicate that we're the #1 network bringing together buyers and certified suppliers. And again, our objective is to search, share, and to match. We decided to make this platform very, very easy because we know business owners and buyers, governmental agencies, their life is complicated enough. So we decided that we wanted to make it as customer service friendly by being easy to navigate. So Bishop, if you go further down, and I'd love for them to see the video, which
Sure.
is our promotional video.
Okay, we'll do that right now.
Great.
Wow. Wow. All righty.
That is wonderful, and I have to give credit to you, Bishop, because you created it, and it is wonderful. It certainly shows your genius, and we thank you so much for your support with
Well,
that.
thank you for the plug for Church Talk TV.
Absolutely. So as we go further down, just to show you, so we can feature the profiles of our buyers, our suppliers, our governmental agencies, any of our members. And then as you go down, we can also feature the latest blog articles. We're very educational driven to enhance the knowledge of our end users. And so that's what this is here. And if you go to the top of the screen, okay, go over to members and let's go to certified supplier profiles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's look at the first one. So you see it's One Accord Services. It tells you what their specialties are, and it lets you know they're located in Buffalo, New York. Now let's go to view listing. If you click right over there, it'll give you additional information. So again, you see the company name, you see that they're a supplier. Then it also will let you know that where they're located. It also lets you know their company contract experience size. So, if a buyer is looking for a company that has the experience of doing up to almost $500,000, then this would be very interesting to them. Bishop, click up where it says write a review. Okay. So right here, if you're a member of the platform, it gives you the opportunity to speak to what your experience was with dealing with that supplier and vice versa. So oftentimes, a lot of focus is on what the experience has been dealing with that supplier, but we also feel that it is equally as important for us to be able to do a review on what the experience has been based on you dealing with a particular buyer. So we can go back to the top. And let's go to now buyer profiles. Okay, now let's look at Patricia Hansen and we'll just go and view her listing. Okay, and again, you see her company name. It lets you know she's a buyer and where she's located. Okay, and you have the same benefits of what you can do here. Now let's go over to Get Matched because that really is the essence of who we are.
Okay.
Okay, now this is a simple form that you can fill out in less than 1 minute. Basically, and just go through a simple exercise, Bishop, if you will, sister. Now, are you looking for a buyer or supplier? Click that. Let's put down we're looking for a supplier. Okay, let's hit MBE. Okay, what type of services do you need or offer? So for ease, just click on that. It's right there. Okay, now what you're going to indicate is it'll ask you the question, to select the contract size of what their experience is. So let's just hit 100 to 499,000. Now, for certified by, you have the option to look at companies that are either certified by the government, a third-party entity, or they could have certified themselves. So let's click on government. Okay, and then you can indicate here, just put New York. Right. Okay, and you can just click down where it says New York. Okay, now what's going to happen is, at this point, the person that's filling out the form will indicate who they are, right? They'll fill out their name, their email, their telephone number, and any other additional information. Once they complete the form and they submit the form, what will happen is it will go out to all of those companies that meet the criteria they've indicated on the form. They will get an email notification, and then they in turn will reach out to that enterprise that's looking for that type of service. And it's as simple as that.
All righty. I'm waiting for it to get matched. Okay. And once I see this, once I see that your message has been sent, that means that my request has been forwarded to everyone that meets that criteria or filter.
That is correct.
Okay, great. Anything else that you want to tell us about the website and your business model?
Okay, well, we are the only platform that offers the auto match tool in addition to a directory. Now, so a person, if they wanted to reach out to someone, there's two ways on our platform. They can either go to our members profile and they can search through that to be able to identify who they're looking for, or they can use the step that really so many people are excited about, and that's the matchmaking tool. And Bishop, also, if we can go over to resources.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so again, we are a content-driven website. So one, click on events. Okay, so this will show you various events directed specifically to this audience. Again, buyers that are looking for certified suppliers and vice versa. Now, if we go back to resources, I'll show you another area. Videos. Okay, and again, this is where we highlight informational videos that can enhance one's knowledge and to assist them with running their business. And so, Bishop, we can go back up to the top under resources again. Okay, you'll see blog, come down to blog articles. And I want to share this with you. If you are a member of USA Business Connects, you can both view and post anything, any of the different areas of the resources that I'm showing you. Okay, so this will go to the next section under resources. Event calendar. Okay, this is good for a person. Let's say, you know, they have a free day in their week and they want to allocate it towards a networking event. They can come to our calendar and they can look and see what date it is, and it will let them know, like where you see where the little dots are. Mm-hmm. It'll let them know what that event is, and that will let them know if that's something that they're interested in. And all they have to do is really go back to the other section of the website. It'll give them more details as far as where it is, if there's a cost, what the times are. And if you can go back, Bishop, again. Now, this is very important. Click on bids and contracts. Again, this is where bids and RFPs can be viewed whether they just became available, if they were just awarded. This is very important because if there's a contract in your industry and you want to find out who the prime vendor is to see if there's an opportunity for you, you can click on this and you can be able to get additional information on this to tell you what you need to know. So again, you can either view or you can post. So as you see, there are various components to this website that can certainly enhance a business's bottom line by being able to connect with buyers that they normally would not be able to have an opportunity to engage with.
That is extraordinarily exciting. And I want to thank you for taking the time to share all of this with us. Give us some contact information. I know you've given a wealth of information, and persons who are watching this in various niches may be struck by the information that you have offered and provided today. How will they get in touch with you? How can they participate? What is the ask in terms of their participation? And how often is this updated? Just kind of talk about how great a tool this is for the subscriber.
So the subscription, this is a subscription-based model. And so there are 4 areas. One, we do a free listing. And if Bishop, I don't know if you can go back to the website, but I can certainly explain it. So one is a free listing of all of our certified firms nationwide. We have a 2 million database of certified suppliers and buyers nationwide. But to support our certified suppliers, it is complimentary for them to be featured in on our database. Then we also have, for a limited time, which is complimentary for our buyers. Now, both buyers and suppliers will not have full access to all of the, let's say, bells and whistles of the website, but it'll certainly give them an opportunity to see how powerful a tool this is. Then we also have for the paid membership for our certified supplier, and that's $19.95 per month. And again, that gives them full access of what we talked about. And then for the buyer, it's $49.95 per month. And so they'll both be able to use the matchmaking tool to be able to identify different companies that they'd like to be able to connect with, to do business with.
Can you go through that again? I want to make sure that our audience is real clear on what the subscription levels are and who they're designed for.
Okay, so one level, it's complimentary for our certified firms. That information is just in our directory. Then for a limited time, for buyers, it is complimentary so they can at least experience some of the components of the website. If you want to be able to take full advantage of all of the benefits, a certified supplier would pay $19.95 per month, and a buyer would pay $49.95 per month. And for those paid members, they get full benefits of the matchmaking tool as well as the other aspects of the website.
Well, friends, that takes up just about all of my time, and I want to thank you for yours. My special guest today has been my youngest sister, Tanya Lewter Gordon. She has created a platform that promises to revolutionize the way that businesses, governments, and minority suppliers and business owners are able to connect and do business one with another. She's put together this tool that's entitled USA Business Connects. The URL is available here below the screen, and we're hoping that you would take advantage of that. Any closing words that you want to share with us as we get ready to sign off?
I would encourage those persons that are in business, if you are certified, you want to take full advantage of the opportunities that are afforded you with that designation. If you're not certified, you of course can still do business with the government and the private sector, but they are motivated to work with certified firms. So I encourage you to look at the website, see really how phenomenal this is. As Bishop said, this has revolutionized the industry because this is the only platform of its type that exists today. So I hope all of you much success in business, and I hope you take advantage of this tool that can grow your company and take it to much greater heights. And Bishop, thank you so much for inviting me today.
Friends, you've been listening to Tanya Lewter Gordon. She's the CEO and the owner of USA Business Connects. It is a matchmaking platform that brings together minority suppliers. And the definition for minority suppliers is not just African American. It could be Hispanic. It can be women. It can be veterans. The definition of minority. And Sister Gordon, would you just quickly define what is meant by minority as it relates to the view of the government?
Absolutely. Minority businesses are those firms that are non-white firms. And again, that is because studies have been done to show that minorities in such categories as African American, Hispanic, Indian, Asian have been unrepresented. And so this is a category, and I'm naming a few that fall under the category of minority. But then we also have women. And then we also have veteran-owned businesses. These are three major categories. And even though we do have other certification types, but these are the three main areas that the government has afforded opportunities with contract goals for buyers. So this is the best time to be in business and to try to do business, again, not only with the government, but also Fortune 5 and 1,000 corporations.
Again, you've been listening to Tanya Lewter Gordon. She is the CEO and owner of USA Business Connects that brings together minority entrepreneurs along with governments and municipalities so that they can work together. We are so delighted that you have joined us today. I am happy that you are not only a forward-thinking pioneer in this particular area, but that we share some of the same DNA. And I know that both of our parents are extraordinarily proud of all that you're doing, not only for yourself, but for our community as well. Friends, until next time, I am Bishop Andy C. Lewter. Thank you for joining us today. God loves you, we love you, and we look forward to seeing you real soon in another interview, online video blog that comes from Church Talk TV.
Bye-bye, Bishop. Thank you.
Thank you.